Welcome to Outside Reviews, and this week we have the 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee plug-in hybrid 4xe, and we're gonna take it to a international hockey tournament. Let's get this started. So this is going to be a bit of a fastball review for this time. And yes, I'm going to the International Police Hockey Tournament. And I want to say thank you to Jeep for giving us a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. Now let's take a quick look around. This is one of my favorite looking SUV. It's got the rugged Jeep look. Right now it is dropped to its lowest setting in the air suspension. We have the 4xe port right here to get charged, level 1, level 2. And here's the rest of it looking in back. Now as far as cargo room, we have 70 cubic feet of room, which we are gonna need because I'm gonna be picking up the rest of my team in Ottawa. So we're leaving from here in Montreal and we're gonna go to Ottawa. Let's take a quick look at the inside. As you open it up, you find out that this is a pretty luxurious vehicle. We have the wood trim on it and leather seats all around. This is luxurious because it comes from the Grand Cherokee Limited as a base version, and then they just put in a hybrid engine. I'm gonna go inside because it's cold. So over here we have the selections for hybrid, full electric, e-save, and of course your gas cap opening, along with some lights and your e-brake. Come over here, we have the fully digital gauge cluster right here, as well as your buttons that you can find. Now you can customize this gauge cluster however you want. There are so many options to go by. I prefer this look where it gives you a good idea of how many kilometers you have of battery left. Right now it's at 68%, it says 29. You'll get about 42 kilometers of battery or 26 miles. Now as you can tell, we just have a regular turning sock and windshield wiper sock, no change here. And the luxuriousness keeps going. We have our 10-inch infotainment system. And here's one thing I do love is these toggles going up and going down for climate controls. And it does come, as you can see, with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a great thing to use. And plenty of plugs in. As you can see right here, it's my wireless phone charger. And you also have USB-A, USB-Cs, and 120 cigarette lighter volt. Continuing on down, we have the drive mode. So we have rock and sand, snow. Now you see the yellow light in the corner there? It's the adaptive suspension, just obviously changing the height of the vehicle depending on what is required. So we're going up and down as per whichever mode we're using. So this being a Jeep, you can expect that those are going to work just great. And speaking of height suspension here, this is also how if you want to manually do it. Hill descent control, and for low right here, cup holders, pretty good size, and you get a nice little cover. So there you go. Organizer and box some more plugins. So you do have so many plugins available in this vehicle, and as far as comfort wise, we'll tell on the drive how it goes, but so far pretty comfortable. One thing that's pretty cool too that you'll only probably see with this vehicle is a infotainment for the passenger. Now you can hook this up with Fire TV, so you can get Amazon Prime, Netflix, and what have you. And as you can see down here, we have the upgraded 20-speaker Macintosh system. All this is also very nice. It's very wood trim. Everything is very good. A little bit of piano black here. We got a rotary shifter. And we got some hard buttons here for your battery regen, which I recommend you have on, and all your other buttons for your screen on and off. Now let's go have a seat in the back seat. Up in the back seat we have 38 inches of leg room down here, which is more than enough. I'm only 5'9", but that is plenty. And headroom is definitely plenty, even if you would be 6 feet. Again, we have our infotainment screens right here, and everybody can have some entertainment, which is great because I'll be picking up some teammates. Turning this off, comes with a nice little remote control. Pretty nice. And as always, down here we have quad zone control, sorry, because I was gonna say tri-zone, but it is actually quad. Everybody can select their own temperature, heated seats, and basically every mode of heating or cooling that you would like. Vents are actually very well located. There's one right here, and some more speakers down here. Sunshade is nice if you want to take a nap on your way to a hockey tournament. Now, like I said, this is going to be the International Police Hockey Tournament, and we're going to be playing for the Watchdogs military police team right here in Canada. So it's happening in Kingston, Ontario. I'm going to go show you the trunk space. Now, over here in the back end, obviously you can just touch. It is a fully powered tailgate. And as you can see inside, I have some stuff, but here's a different angle. But over here, I have your push button. Now, this is probably not the best location. I kind of prefer to have it up here, but it's not that big of a deal. You can push it, just get out of the way. And you do have another cigarette lighter over here, and more speakers, subwoofers, and all that. So storage back here, like I said, is with the seats up, 37 cubic feet. And when we're gonna put the seat down, we're gonna have 70 cubic feet of space, which we're gonna utilize throwing all our hockey gear in there. All right, let's go for a drive, because I'm on a time crunch. I gotta go pick up some players. We gotta go play some hockey and see how it goes. All right, so here we are. We drove from Montreal, and I met up with two of my teammates here in Ottawa. We've got Mike and Tom, and we're gonna load up our hockey equipment. So the Grand Cherokee has about total 70 cubic feet of space, and we're gonna load up all this equipment here. So enough for all our hockey gear, our little extra bags, and a lot of sticks, because we pretty much have 3 sticks each, because Mike gets mad and he breaks sticks sometimes. All right, guys, so let's load it up.
You're right, buddy.
All right, here's what it looks like. Fully loaded. 3 adults, all the equipment, and enough stuff to last for a few days. All right, here we are coming back from our hockey tournament. Hockey tournament went great, except we lost all our games, and I got kicked out of the last game for fighting. So that happens, that's part of the game. But we actually had a blast doing it. The International Police Hockey Tournament, always a great time to play with your, with the blue family of all the police and corrections officers and everything like that. So definitely a good time. Now, let's talk a little bit more about the vehicle itself. As soon as you come inside the vehicle, you're gonna notice this is a very luxurious vehicle. I would compare it to luxurious brand vehicles, more so than the Toyota RAV4 or the Hyundai Sportage, plug-in hybrids and such. And the reason why I'm saying this is, this has a screen. This is not a regular Grand Cherokee base and they just threw in a hybrid tray. This is based off a Grand Cherokee Limited and then they threw in the battery in. So even if you're getting the base model Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe, sorry, which price-wise, we're going to talk a little bit about price. In the US, it's going to start about at 59,000 US and go up all the way to 77,000 US. My favorite trim, as far as appearance goes, is the Trailhawk, and you can get that one for 65,000 USD. In Canada, it starts a little bit higher, 77,000, and it could go up all the way out to 91,000. The Trailhawk is $78,000. So obviously between the base and the Trailhawk, the reason why I say I would go with a Trailhawk is just look at it. Here's a screen, here's a picture of it. I mean, that just speaks to me as a Jeep. And you get all the luxuries of the interior. You get dual screens in the front, so you get your own infotainment, and the passenger gets his own infotainment system. It's just not a lot of people, if any, are offering that kind of luxuries. So to me, that just makes it extremely worth it. Beefy off-road tires, it just looks so good. I have my rotary shifter here, which I love because it doesn't take a lot of space and it's still easy to go from drive, reverse, neutral, and park. I have my 4-low function. This is a Jeep. Although towing capacity, you're looking at about 3,500 pounds towing capacity. Yeah, it's got plenty of get up and go. You can go 0 to 60 in 6-second flat. I mean, that's not something that you don't get from its competitors. I think the RAV4 Prime kind of does the same time. But where it kicks in is that you have, like I said, 375 horsepower, 470 pounds-feet of torque. Most of the competitors are much lower than that. They're in about 300 horsepower, if that. I think it's 305 for the RAV4 Prime, which is probably its closest competition. And the pounds-feet of torque, like, nobody's close to this, to the 470. So this is where this comes in handy. On the highway, you want to go at high speeds, definitely can pass other vehicles. And we've tested that and it goes very well. I'm very happy and I love the sound. Now, it's not a V6, but it does perform like one. It's an inline 4, 2-liter, and obviously it's got a 17 kilowatt battery. So what does that battery give you? 42 kilometers, 26 miles of range on the battery only. So this is where it underperforms compared to its competitors. Most of the competitors are offering much more. And that's going to resonate with your fuel economy. So fuel economy is rated at 56 mpge or 23 miles per gallon for the internal combustion side. And in Canada, that is 4 liters per 100 kilometers if you're running with, you still have some battery juice, or 10 liters per 100 kilometers. I'm actually running around the 10 liters per 100 kilometers, but I've been driving long road trips, so I definitely drain the battery every time. I've been driving 908 kilometers so far. So yeah, it's that's the life of a plug-in hybrid. Once the battery is drained, it's going to operate maybe a little bit more like a hybrid, but you're still lugging around that extra battery. So it's to be expected, but it's definitely better than what the regular Grand Cherokee would offer you. And let's talk a little bit more about some extras. Extras like we have in this, the 20-speaker Macintosh system. Absolutely amazing. We have the infotainment system for the back as well. And like I said, massaging seats. Panoramic sunroof. Did I say panoramic sunroof? Memory's not all there right now. And let's just dive down to what competition this has. Now, it's got a lot of competition because this plug-in hybrid segment is definitely opening up from Mitsubishi to Kia, Hyundai, Toyota, obviously Lexus. And a lot of people are going to compare this to the Lexus RAV4 Prime, but I would argue that it's not apples to apples in that scenario. The RAV4 Prime doesn't even compare as far as the luxury you get here. The wood trim, the screens for the passengers, all the extra function, massage function, adaptive air suspension. So the comfort wise, they're not going to compare. The seats is extremely comfortable in this, and the power you're going to get, obviously there's a big difference in the power you're going to get, and the RAV4 Prime is going to save you more on fuel economy. So if we're going to compare this, let's compare it to the regular Grand Cherokee. You're going to spend more money on this. You're going to get a better fuel economy on your day-to-day. Long road trips, you're still going to get a better fuel economy, but it'll be less noticeable. Which brings me down to my final thoughts about this vehicle. Lots of power. You don't, inline 4, and you don't even feel the difference between driving this and a V6. Lots of space for this segment. Yeah, it beats out the RAV4 Prime. Comfort, luxury, and just like everything, overall functionality, absolutely amazing. Fuel economy, I'm going to get to my cons. The fuel economy could be better, and the price could use some massaging like the back seats have. But again, you're going to price this as you would any luxury SUV that have a plug-in hybrid, and in that segment this does very well as far as price wise. And again, like I said, there are rebates to be had, so definitely go check them out. Don't forget to please like and subscribe, because that helps us a lot. We're just getting started here, and it'd be nice to get your support. Give me back some feedback, some combat. Don't give me some combat. I already had that in my military career. But give me some feedback, and AAR, after action report. Let's get this. Let's help grow this channel together. All right. So until then, I'll see you guys later.